What's up, Dolphins fans? The Miami Dolphins play the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. TUAS coming back. Brian Flores' revenge game. The throwback jerseys are coming back. Excited for that. And it's the 50-year reunion for that undefeated team. So we're going to talk about the game. We're going to give our keys to winning, what we expect from the offense and defense like usual. And then our predictions for the game. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it, but we're going to get straight to it. So, first we're going to start on defense. The defense plays against the Steelers offense that really hasn't one of the worst in the league, 16 points a game, and they have just under a little bit over 300 yards total a game. So really not a great offense for the Steelers. Not sure who's going to be playing quarterback. Obviously, Kenny Pickett with that injury, that concussion. Don't know if he's going to be playing or it's going to be Trubisky, but Kenny Pickett has been practicing limited, which I don't understand because Teddy, when he fell, he didn't even have a concussion, couldn't practice till Friday. So we'll see how that goes. Kenny Pickett is expected to play. So preparing for him. He's a rookie. Like I've said over and over, just put pressure on him. He is a rookie. Give him different looks, things he hasn't seen. Boyer does a good job of that. But Cater Kohu and Keon Crossan, obviously with those injuries last week, they've been limited. No word if they're playing yet or not. But we saw how good Xavier Howard is once again when he's healthy. Had a great game on Sunday, excuse me. So you know he did have that big play to Jefferson, but that was on a pick where he got open. Not really his fault. Can't do anything about that. Was really locking up Jefferson until that. So on defense, I expect them to really just force turnovers. Like I've said, a struggling Steelers offense. They have a good trio of wide receivers. Haven't really gotten going. And we saw what, like, when you put pressure on Kenny Pickett, like that Bills game where they lost 38-3. How that defense can take advantage of that. But on the other side of things, on offense, we have Tua coming back. Excited for that. At the same time, we have Teron Armstead. He's practiced. Expected to play. Very excited for that. But Jalen Waddle, he has been limited with that shoulder injury on the game on Sunday. But he's expected to play. Expected to wear like a shoulder brace. So offense is getting back to fully healthy. Austin Jackson should be coming back next week, and then we should be fully healthy. The Steelers don't have TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, which he was traded after a year or two after we drafted him here out of Alabama. Great safety. He didn't play last week, but he is expected to play. I think that with Tua coming back, we saw how productive both Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are. But even with backup with Teddy and Skyler, we saw what they could do. So with Tua, really, I think they'll start running the ball to start the game. Really. To get him back into that game-like action. But then I think they'll start throwing the ball more going into later in the first quarter, early second quarter, and we'll start seeing that Tua that we saw the first 3 games. But I expect this one to be where Tua has a lot of passing yards, a lot of touchdowns, especially with that Steelers defense. They're without TJ Watt, and they've allowed over 300 375 yards a game. Those corners, I expect them to take advantage of them, just like that Ravens game. So really, I think after last week, Waddle's gonna have a big game after that crucial drop, which led to an interception and that fumble late in the game. So I expect both receivers to go for over 150 yards. Because I think we're gonna score a lot of points this game on offense, especially that Steelers, like I said, that Steelers defense has struggled without TJ Watt. So I expect them to score points early in the game. Even if they get started running the ball, they'll open up to play action. I expect to see a lot of quicker passes for Tua to start the game, just to get him started. But yeah, I think these wide receivers are gonna have a big game. So now we're gonna talk about the keys to winning the game. Based on of what I said here, I think on defense, we just have to put pressure on Kenny Pickett. Jalen Phillips, I think he's going to have a big game. We've seen him get pressure over and over again on the quarterbacks. His sack numbers haven't really accounted for that, but we've seen him get pressure on the quarterback. That Christian Wilkins has been playing great. Ogba as well. Just that whole defensive line, Sealer, everyone. So getting pressure on him is our first key to winning the game. Second, get Tua back into his groove. If Tua plays like he was playing those first 3 games, it's not only gonna win us this game, but it's going to get us on that winning streak again. Obviously, five very winnable games for us. So, but take it one game at a time. I want to see that Tua from the first 3 games, and then at 3, the last one, we have just special teams. I know sometimes it's not like the most important thing, but we've been one of the worst special teams in the entire league, and that's costed us some points, like that Ravens game, that opening kickoff, some big returns. So our punting has been great. Morstead has really punted well, but just on special teams, especially on kick returns when we're kicking off, punt returns when we're punting, on defense, just would like to see more being more disciplined. And then for no penalties, we had a bunch of penalties last week. We're top 5 in the league in penalties. Got to get that fixed. Last week, penalties really, I think we could have won that game. It could have been a bit closer if we don't have those penalties. We had 5 in a row at one point early in the game, which we're within like the 10 about to score, and we ended up not scoring at all that drive. So just be disciplined, no penalties, and really just play the game, no silly mistakes. Gotta keep, even though Najee has gone off to a slow start, just keep him there in the backfield. No big plays, because then that opens up play action or whatever. So those are my keys to winning the game. I think this game is very important to get back on that winning streak, especially that we can't really afford to lose this game, because the Patriots will most likely win this week against the Bears. Then the Jets, we've seen how they've started, and then obviously the Bills. I don't think that there's a chance to win this division unless it's a very slim chance, especially with how Buffalo's playing. We do play them again, some notable teams on their schedule before we give our predictions. Green Bay, they do play the Jets, the Vikings, they play us, the Bengals, Patriots. But really, it's very unlikely that we do win the division. Anybody else besides the Bills, even if they lose a few games, I think they'll win the division. But yeah, going back to my predictions, I have the Dolphins winning this one 36-20. A big game coming back for Tua, for the offense, defense as well, especially that it's Brian Flores coming back. Obviously, revenge game for some guys. Like I said, Tua's, I expect them to start out slower with Tua, but I think he'll throw for over 350 yards, 3 touchdowns. Waddle and Tyreek Hill over 150 yards each. Maybe Tua even throws for 400. Has a big comeback game after those 3 games he missed, and people really realize that he's a franchise quarterback. I think he's shown enough that he can be a franchise quarterback, just he has to stay healthy. Offensive line has to be better. So I expect them to win. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You think we're going to win? Any predictions? What you guys think? So remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Fins up.